Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is the first day of many days, I'm sure, where we're going to be trying to figure out how we're going to mount our RLD Ghost awning on Scout, my Rubicon Gladiator. So I got the Ghost awning the other day. It's still in the box. We're going to show you how it was delivered. My problem is with my RoofNest rack on here, I have no idea what the clamps look like that it's sent with, how it's supposed to be mounted on there, none of that stuff. So today we're going to unbox the actual Ghost awning. Then we figure out how we're going to mount that thing on top of the front runner rack with the RoofNest on top of the RLD cap. It sounds complicated. We're gonna figure it out. Let's go in the hangar and take a look at the box. All right guys, so this is what the Ghost awning looks like when it comes to you. It's pretty well boxed up and it's got all kinds of rivets and stuff. We're gonna start tearing into it and get this thing unboxed. Same thing on the other side. You get a screwdriver or something on there. It looks like I'll be able to figure that out. Alright. Inside the box, we have a nice box. This is what comes in the box. A box. The piece. All right, so I kept the box because I don't want the awning to get jacked up while we're figuring out how everything gets installed. And this is what I wanted. The fitment guide. See how that's going to work. I do not believe for an instant that this is just going to bolt up there. They never do. And I don't know that these brackets that they've supplied are going to work on my rack at all, on the front runner rack. Front runners are notorious for making universal fit things that don't fit on anything. So I am probably going to have to fabricate some new brackets. That Ghost awning is 360 degrees and it's not light. So for them to just give you two brackets, especially if you're going to go overlanding and you're going to be bouncing around and off-road with any kind of stuff, I don't know if two of these brackets is enough. But we're going to take a look at the fitment guide and we'll see how these are supposed to work. So I'm going to go check it out on the rack and figure something out. So this is the bracket. This is the roof rack. It's got a mount on here. The problem is they want you to bolt this to the rack or to the roof rack, something like that. That ain't gonna happen here because of my tent. And it needs to be out far enough so that when I lift the tent up, it's gonna clear. And then this bracket is supposed to do like this. So now I'm gonna try to figure out how I can do this. That's the next step. I think some steel brackets or something might do the trick. We'll see. Anyways, to be continued. So this is what I came up with. This is my cardboard template or prototype. Basically, I have 3 screws to mount it here underneath the rack. This hole is gonna be for where the other screws on the rack are already. It just makes room for them. It'll extend out 7 inches. I made it so that this bolt can go through the metal and will be able to help hold the bracket in place. And then the other 2 will go down here. If I want to move this down and move the bracket up, I've got room to do that. I'll just have to move the bolt out and put it on the other side, which is no big deal. Then I can still get to the hole. This should support it, and of course it'll be cut, laser cut flat, and then we'll have it bent, and we will weld the sides so that it's all nice and strong. And I'm gonna send it, and hopefully we'll see what it looks like when it's done. Hey guys, so today I got my prototype back for my bracket. This is what it looks like. So I'm gonna take you out and show you how it is, and what I designed basically. Showed you in the last little portion what all the holes are for. I see a couple changes I'm gonna have to make or wanna make to improve it, but overall I think it's gonna work really, really good. So, okay, so I'm gonna end up mounting one bracket here, right on the end, one bracket here, right in the middle, probably another bracket there, and then probably one right here that'll come forward, or I'll mount it here. I'll remove that piece. The problem is I've got the little thing there, the wind deflector, but that should give me enough. 4 points is more than enough. Probably two would probably be enough with this bracket because it's super beefy, more than enough to hold the weight of the awning. 3 is awesome, 4 is overkill. I like the overkill. It's gonna add weight to the rack, but at the same time it'll displace it. So the way this is gonna work, you can see I've got these holes set in here, and I don't need the last hole. That hole right there is gonna come out just because it's so close to the edge anyway, it's gonna cover it. The idea with those holes is you'd be able to put it over that screw, like so, and then if you don't have a rooftop tent, but you have the awning, you can move this in or out and adjust it as it is. I need it to be out pretty far because when you open the tent, you need the space. And so this will give me a bolt in the back. It'll give me one in the middle and then one at the very end as well. It'll really help to space it out. Laser and water jet gonna pick up our mounts for the awning. Good morning, Lance.
Morning.
How are you, man?
All right.
Cool. Good to see you, bro. Good morning, Allison. How are you? Good to see you. So this is the B-Genius H12-200.
I guess so.
It's our bender. How do you decide which part you're gonna bend first? Does it matter?
Yeah, so this one I have to get these lips up before I can get this side up.
Okay.
It's just harder to bend these once this is up.
I love this machine.
We're at 104 right now.
So I'm here with my boy Juan from Intrepid Welding. We're gonna get these seams welded up here, nice and tight. And I'm gonna get these things powder coated and put them on the top. What do you think? Are you gonna do TIG, MIG? I don't even know. What's the best way? I don't know why I asked Juan such a stupid question. Juan's been doing welding for years and he knew exactly what to do. He welded up the brackets and made quick work of it. Then I took him back to the shop so I could get them cleaned up and get them ready for powder coating. First, I scrubbed them really good with a red Scotch-Brite, then took some alcohol to them, made sure that I got all the residue, all the dirt, everything else that could mess up the powder coating. Got them good and clean. Then I was into the booth and get them sprayed. I used a nice flat black so they'd look really good. One thing I didn't realize that I learned very quickly is powder coating can catch fire. I almost lit myself on fire doing this. Made myself feel like an idiot. But the powder coating came out good, and in the end, it looked really nice. Well, I got one set of the brackets in the oven. The other ones just came out, still warm, cooling off, but they look really good. All right, so this is how they turned out. Got one bracket kind of mounted. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one on there as well. So from here, it was just a matter of getting the rack installed. I got the mounts up on the roof rack, got the bolts in on the rear one. Made pretty quick work of it. It was fairly easy. Used the standard 8mm bolts that mount everything to that rack. Was a little bit of a pain in the neck working above my head, and I suggest using a long, I think it's a T20 bit. In either case, make sure you have a long Torx bit or at least an extension for your socket so you can get it up there. But once we got them on, it was just a matter of two of us. It definitely is going to take two people to get the awning mounted up there and placed in the brackets. When you do that, be careful that you don't get the material bunched up, the material that encloses the awning bunched up in the clamp. You want to make sure that that's stretched out all the way. Get it good and tightened down. And I was surprised to see that two of these mounts actually held it no problem. I didn't need to put 3 or 4 on there. Probably wouldn't hurt to put a third, but 2 worked just fine. Once Edwin and I got the thing mounted up there, we were able to open it up, check it out, and see the fruits of our labor. The awning looks really good. I'm happy with it, and I'm sure it's going to work out well. Stay tuned to the channel and we'll do a full review and let you know what we actually think of the canopy and how well it works.